For many years, Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson have been admired by audiences not only for their explosive collaboration in 50 Shades, but also for their close friendship in real life. However, recently, rumors of a rift between the two have surprised and regretted fans. So what is the real reason? Sparkle's pressure from public opinion and too much expectation. After being together through 3 blockbuster films, Jamie and Dakota became the focus of the media. A series of questions about a relationship beyond friendship were constantly raised, unintentionally creating pressure that made both of them feel tired. A source said, "They love each other, but the public scrutiny sometimes makes them choose to keep their distance." Fire differences in career. Dakota Johnson has increasingly proven his mettle in many independent art projects, while Jamie Dornan has focused on a different image to escape the shadow of Christian Grey. It is this different orientation that makes them less likely to appear together like before. Heartbreak misunderstanding rumors. Some behind-the-scenes sources confirmed that there were small misunderstandings during their collaboration after 50 Shades that made the two gradually lose contact. Although they have never publicly announced their conflicts, the silence between them also makes the audience question. Right finger. Although their friendship may not be as close as before, it cannot be denied that Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson still leave an indelible mark on the audience. Perhaps, sometimes the distance is simply a way for both to maintain privacy and balance in life. Collision. The cracks that are hard to heal between Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson. Although the two have never publicly talked about their current relationship, many behind-the-scenes details have unintentionally revealed the rift. High-voltage conflict in the way of seeing the role. Some people in the crew revealed that after finishing 50 Shades, Dakota wanted the two to collaborate on other projects to keep the fire of the on-screen couple. However, Jamie refused because he wanted to escape the huge shadow from the movie. This difference made Dakota somewhat disappointed and feel unappreciated. Fire rumors of hidden competition. On the red carpet of many events, netizens have noticed that Dakota and Jamie are no longer as close as before. Instead of chatting comfortably, the two often keep their distance. Some sources say that the comparison of the success between Dakota, who is making a name for herself in the art film industry, and Jamie, who is still struggling to escape the image of Grey, has somewhat affected their friendship. Heartbreak. The rumored third-person relationship. The international media was once abuzz with rumors that Jamie Dornan's partner was unhappy with the overly close relationship between him and Dakota. Although both always affirmed that they were just friends, the pressure from their personal lives also contributed to pushing this relationship into a distance. Sparkle's remarkable silence. What makes fans most heartbroken is that the two rarely mention each other in interviews. If Dakota used to not hesitate to praise her co-star, now the silence has become the clearest answer about the friendship that was once the most admired in Hollywood. Right finger. It can be said that the friendship between Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson has passed its best period. However, the audience still hopes that one day the two will reconcile, or at least, reappear together to write a new chapter for the friendship that was once considered a screen legend. Collision. The truth behind the curtain. Friendship cracks into invisible distance? After the analysis, what makes fans even more confused is the silence between Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson, something that never existed before. High voltage. Behind the scenes no longer laugh. A source from a crew member said, "In the past, whenever Dakota and Jamie were around, the whole set was filled with laughter. But in recent reunions, they almost only greeted each other politely and then went their separate ways." This further makes the public believe that the relationship that was once close has gradually cooled. Fire. Dakota, straightforward but easily misunderstood. Dakota is famous for being sincere and strong. It is this straightforwardness that sometimes causes her to unintentionally hurt Jamie. Some opinions say that Dakota once expressed her dissatisfaction with the way Jamie handled her role in 50 Shades, and even though it was just a professional comment, Jamie kept it to herself. Heartbreak. Jamie, silent but distant. On the contrary, Jamie does not like confrontation, often choosing silence instead of reacting. But prolonged silence creates distance. Gradually, silence turns into strangers, and from strangers it becomes an irreparable rift. Sparkle's fans still hold out hope. Although there are many signs that the friendship has fallen asleep, the fan community has not given up hope. On international forums, many people wrote, "They once created magic on screen. If that friendship was real, then maybe one day, it will be rekindled." Right finger perhaps, Hollywood is too familiar with fragile relationships under the spotlight. But the story between Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson still leaves many regrets. A beautiful friendship, once admired, is now only an echo in the memories of fans. Collision, the climax of the conflict, when the golden friendship turns into a silent confrontation. If in the past Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson always appeared together with bright smiles, now, according to many sources, the two have had a tense confrontation that has caused the media to raise big questions. High voltage, the debate behind the scenes. An anonymous witness said that at a movie promotion event, Jamie and Dakota had a rather heated conversation behind the scenes. This person affirmed, Dakota seemed disappointed because Jamie avoided all questions about their relationship. She felt that he no longer valued their friendship as much as before. Fire, the truth is distorted under the Hollywood lights. Some entertainment newspapers even exaggerated the news, claiming that Dakota blamed Jamie right at the event, while he just kept quiet, avoiding making noise. It was the difference in behavior. One side was straightforward, the other side was evasive, that pushed their relationship to the brink of breaking up. Heartbreak, the gap grew wider. After that argument, the two rarely appeared together. If they did, they kept a clear distance, completely different from the intimacy that was once praised as beautiful as a dream. Fans could not help but regret seeing the two stars who used to be close like soulmates now only have cold glances. Sparkles, is there still a chance to mend things? However, some people in the industry believe that this rift is not the end. Dakota is an emotional person, while Jamie tends to be humble to keep the peace. This makes many fans still hope that one day the two will put aside their misunderstandings and reappear together as proof that their friendship cannot be easily broken. Right finger, but until that happens, the Jamie Dornan, Dakota Johnson relationship will remain one of Hollywood's biggest mysteries. A friendship that once made the whole world admire, now only has echoes mixed with doubt and regret. Collision, open ending. The drama hasn't stopped yet? While public opinion is still buzzing about signs of a rift, a series of hidden meanings on social networks have recently made the Jamie Dornan, Dakota Johnson story more dramatic. High voltage, unusual moves on Instagram. Fans discovered that Dakota Johnson has stopped liking Jamie Dornan's new posts, something she never missed before. On the contrary, Jamie also rarely mentions Dakota in interviews, instead he focuses on sharing about his family and new projects. The change is small but enough for fans to notice the growing gap. Fire, rumors of an unkept promise. A close source revealed, the two had promised to collaborate on an independent project to thank their fans, but that plan was cancelled. This was the last straw that made the already fragile relationship even more tense. This rumor has not been confirmed, but has quickly spread and become the center of discussion. Heartbreak, Hollywood and unannounced breakups. The entertainment industry is full of pressure and competition. Many friendships that were once considered eternal have also broken up because of small differences. Jamie, Dakota is probably no exception. Sparkles, the question mark is still open. What interests the audience is not only the fact that they have broken up, but also the question, does this friendship have a chance to revive? Or are they all just beautiful memories of the past? Right finger, one thing is for sure. The story of Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson will continue to be mentioned, because it is not only the relationship of two stars, but also a living proof of the price of Hollywood's halo, where the bright light can shine, but also enough to burn the things that seem the most sustainable.